Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. It has been so long since we've been live. Welcome to Decipher. Oh my gosh, Search and Rescue Canine Mom. Hi. Wow, have we missed you? Thank you for coming. Oh my goodness. I'm waiting for LFT. But we have a special treat. We have Allie Erickson with us tonight. I'm so excited. Let me say hi to everyone. I'm stalling for LFT to hop on, and then I'm going to bring Alex on. Jennifer, I hope you can stay awake, but I hope you also get some rest. Sarah, hi. Nay. Special love for our Nay. Sarah, crazy mama, the boss lady. Boss ass bitch. Search and Rescue. We are so glad you guys could be this. Oh, you have, oh my goodness, new humans? That's amazing. Congratulations. Oh, I love that. Congratulations. Punket! Yay! Oh, you're not feeling too good. I'm so sorry. Punket, I hope you feel better. We love you. We're sending you our love. Welcome, you guys. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you being here. This is how we operate at Decipher. If you're new, is we welcome you in to have a discussion. The current case we're going to talk about is Devin Clark and Lyric Woods out of North Carolina. This one, it hurts my heart. It really hurts my heart. 2 teenagers that were shot and killed in mid-September. And Devin was an amazing football player for his high school. And Lyric is just a beautiful girl. And these 2 friends were shot and killed. And we don't know the motive. We don't know who did it yet. We're going to discuss some things that we do know. And we're going to go through the timeline that we've developed with Allie Erickson. And we're going to talk about that stuff. We're going to talk about the 911 call that was placed when they found these 2 people. We welcome conversation. If you know something that we don't know, or you can correct something that we might have wrong, please feel free, type it in the chat. We welcome credible information. We welcome facts. Not a huge fan of speculation. Just not a huge fan of speculation. But I do welcome opinions, and I do welcome what your thoughts are and your theories are. But we work off facts at Decipher. So we are we're fact-based. We research. We love to research, and we it's kind of our thing, I guess. I'm going to bring Allie up, and as long as she's ready, hopefully she's ready. Hold on. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for working on this case and for allowing us to help you. And it's just been amazing. I really hope that we can do
Oh,
some good.
I do too. And thank you for having me and helping me with this. And what an honor it is to do it with you guys because you're just so good. And you, like you said, research, it's kind of your thing. No, it is your thing. And it's just the way that you guys do it. I'm just so proud and honored to be a part of anything you guys do, truly. So thank you.
Oh, we feel the same for you. Thank you. I know LFT's late again. Of course she's late. Of course she's late. But we were it's funny because we were almost late because what we do is we call it, we're going in the map. And you know how you put your little guy in the map in Google and you walk around the streets. We were just doing that around Lyric's house and trying to figure out some things. And I think that we've connected a couple of dots. We think we connected a couple of things that make sense. We don't know if they're fact, but we think that they make sense. There she is. Hold on. Let me add her to stream. Hello, friend. Partner.
Hold on. I'm outside. Our power just went out. Hold on 1 second.
No.
Stop.
I'm not even remotely joking. Yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
And it's really windy. I'm trying to figure out where they are. So I just connected by my phone. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, this is hilarious because
gosh.
all day we've been planning on this. And I have the worst Wi-Fi where I am right now. I have the worst Wi-Fi. So I'm like, we're totally dependent on your Wi-Fi. And then now she says that the power just went out.
And my Wi-Fi is awful.
So right then when we were getting off, when you were like, can you end? And I was like, yeah. And then everything shut off. I was like, I can't see.
How did she do that?
But,
oh my
so
gosh.
sorry, hold on. I just walked outside. All these. Oh wait, there they are though. But I can see the trucks. They're right there. They must be doing something. Sorry. Okay, what are y'all? Hey.
Crazy Mama said her country butt has the best, and that is true. I swear, I was shocked. I thought North Carolina would have, like West Virginia, they're not going to have good. No, they have fiber optic internet like throughout the whole state. Everything's instant. You can upload a YouTube video in like 10 seconds. Here, oh God,
it's like the wind blows. The wind blows, and we go, nope.
Yep.
Yeah, your wind is blowing hard, by the way, in the. Just so you know,
I know. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and I'm walking back up towards the house. Sorry, y'all.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to tell you for those who are wearing earphones.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, I did, but I ran outside to be like, what the?
I'm in earphones and I can hear it pretty loud, but it's not like hurting.
I'm
it's
sorry.
Not like bothersome. It's not bothersome. It's not like to the point where it would like hurt your ears or be,
I always worry.
I'm not trying to.
The headphones make the headphones make everything way louder.
I know. So LFT, we were just kind of introducing Lyric and Devin, and I just said we were just in the map looking at things. That's why we were almost late. But we were just kind of introducing. Do you want to just chime in here and to discuss, like, give us like a background perhaps?
Oh, lights just came back on. Oh, light.
That's amazing.
Yeah, lights just came back on.
That's awesome. Well done.
I know. Hold on. Here comes the wind. Let me go fast. I have actual magical powers to piss people off, but.
Well, great. Now find the killer of these two poor little babies. Oh
God.
So Lyric Woods, Devin Clark, 14 years old and 18 years old, a freshman and a senior. Actually, LFT and I went over this today. Devin, and somebody correct us, please, if you know better, but from what we've seen, he is a senior. It's been reported he's a junior, but we've seen that he's a senior in high school, right?
She was a freshman. I go with senior, and she's a freshman.
Yeah.
And he's Eastern Alamance.
Yeah, Eastern
I saw the
right.
the first one said, I think the initial reports came out and said junior, but I believe it was clarified, and I want to say in his obituary too,
Oh,
and
okay.
That's where I saw it.
in one of his moms, it clarified as a senior.
Okay, and I
Well,
want to talk about her. God.
I'm glad y'all told me that
Um,
because I had a guest on my show who told me, and I'm assuming they just made this assumption based on his age in that report that he was behind in school.
That is not
But he's
true.
an athlete, yeah, and I know that like
Mhm.
if you're an athlete, I was my whole life, and Trenton is doing football
Mhm.
now. You have to have good grades, or you
Yes,
can't
you do.
Mhm.
play sports.
Yes, you do.
Oh, from
What?
what I understand from the background, what we've done research wise is, don't get me wrong, high schoolers, we all go to that stage of like not the greatest decisions, but these were two pretty grounded kids in terms of, um,
Yes.
you know, I think, and I don't mean, I'm not speaking ill of Lyric. I'm just saying Devin, especially being older and pursuing, his athletic career, trying to stay focused, knowing what it takes. And I think what his grandfather said was kind of summed it up. He was like, okay, boy, like, want you to do it, but it's take not only your ability, but the grades, you know, conduct, all the above. And he
Right.
seemed pretty driven in that
He did, and
aspect.
he seemed like a hell of a receiver, and I mean, I watched a lot of his reels, and this kid, it just first of all, I wanna talk about him, but my first introduction to him was his mom, and her videos on Facebook, I have gone back and forth on whether we were gonna show them or not. I know that she put them out, and that was her decision to show them publicly. I have reservations on showing oh
Yeah.
god, you guys. I just have reservations on showing that publicly because her heart is so tremendously shattered, and I want to be as respectful as we can to these families. Um that beautiful soul lost her child, and not only did she lose her child, but she had to find out about it on social media. So I want to be very careful with how we bring this case forward, without exploiting people and their families'
Hmm.
feelings. Um,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
I just have a tremendous respect for for the parents of these
Yeah.
children who are going through this horrible thing. So just know that, yes, if you haven't seen it, you
I
can
don't feel
watch it
like sharing
yourself.
it without
I
like,
don't,
yeah,
I
express
just,
permission,
what?
but
What'd you
I
say?
said I'm with you. I don't feel like I'm with you. I don't feel like comfortable right this minute, like opening up her Facebook page on
I
a
don't.
YouTube live and be like, y'all watch this.
Mm-mm.
But it is public, and so if you wanted to see it, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
if it's
99% of the people have, but
yeah, and there's groups. We're gonna there's specifically there's a number of groups that are dedicated to this investigation and this crime, but the one that I want to say tied to and kind of spend most of our time in is the is it Derek and Lyric and Derek the Unfiltered, and that's
hmm,
run by the NCB. Is that what that one's run by? And it's
yeah,
by Mr. Jackson.
yeah.
And I just want to make sure that we drop that link. I think I don't know what I have it listed in as Nightbot now. I can't remember. I just did it today. But
Unfiltered. I've seen it.
yeah, that it's a really interesting page in that he has it as an open forum for information, and I know that both families are in there.
Hmm.
So if you go into this group and if you ask to be in there, please be respectful of some of the comments because both families I think are in that group.
Mm.
There it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, justice for Devin, and thank you. Um, so we just want to.
There,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, Oh no, I'm just really excited that the computer's starting up so I can take
Well,
these.
his mom has gotten a hard way to go already, and I just don't appreciate that. I just think that why are we being judgmental? Like I've seen people of a grieving mother who lost
Mhm.
her baby and found out on social media. Like
Can
how
I
I don't like it.
I can't
I mean,
even put words into that. I cannot put that in a sentence that makes sense to me. I don't know why. I don't understand. Um,
hold on.
but I can tell you that she has our love, respect, prayers, and Devin's father as well. His aunts, his
Yes.
uncles, his cousins. Um, I think, in my opinion only, and I'm just going to speak for myself, that Devin to me, and on paper, and I don't know this boy, but he sure sounds like he's a rare breed. He sounds like he was a good kid and trying his
Mhm.
damnedest
Mhm.
um, to follow the straight and narrow. And I don't know what happened, and we don't know the motive yet, but I'll tell you what, if anybody's going to find out, we will.
Yeah.
We're going to figure this shit out.
Will y'all give me
Um,
2 seconds? I'm gonna fall off on here and get on the computer. Is that it?
yeah,
Y'all give me one.
yeah,
It's open. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
that's okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Remember, I told you that people were like leaving comments under my videos on the case saying, do 2 times. That's gang related. His name is gang related. This is gang related, but his name is just a reference to his football number. Now, I could be totally wrong, and it could not be, but I don't think that's the case, and I think there's a lot of rumors and speculation about that too.
I think there is too. I think there's a lot of rumors and speculation. And I've seen, and I will be the first to tell you that, oh, there she is again. Hold please. There she is. With a new face.
Or did it? I don't even. Sorry, I don't even know.
Wow.
So yeah. So what happened? Just a brief overview, so we could get into it here. Brief overview is there was a 14-year-old girl named Lyric who snuck out of her house, and the time is a little bit. We're going to talk about the time, but a little bit undetermined. And a gentleman by the name of Devin who and a third party, at least one third party who drove. Devin did not have a car, and they picked Lyric up at some point on Saturday.
Friday night, between Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night, Saturday night.
Friday the 16th to Saturday
Mhm.
Saturday morning. Shortly after midnight.
Sometime between midnight and 3. We have people seeing her at 3. I'm not quite sure how I stand on that, but what we have on our timeline is stuff that was in reports.
Mhm.
Do you want to pull up the timeline, LSG,
Yep.
and I'll share it?
Yeah.
That'd probably be easier for people to see
Okay.
it. If you can.
Okay.
If you can.
No one move, and let's do this. Okay.
Okay. So she snuck out. She met Devin and a third party, at least. Somewhere went to a party. Don't really know where. And then a neighbor between, what are we saying, 1:30 and 2, heard close to 15 shots, or did hear 15 shots fired. And
around
the
the area
neighbor,
where they were found is where.
yeah, I was just going to say that. The neighbor was right across the street, diagonal to where they were found. Certainly within earshot. And then four-wheelers found, people on four-wheelers, some kids on four-wheelers, found the bodies on Sunday.
Yep.
What a horrific thing to find. And what, the damage goes all the way around the community. It's not just those who knew, but those who, anyone in that community, I'm sure, is invested in this case. And we just want to do our best to show our respect. I wanted to know who the very beginning of the third party was. Right. We all do. There is a warrant out for a 17-year-old person And you guys in North Carolina probably want to explain the law on that, the underage information.
Because in, I think it was 2019,
Mhm.
basically it was anyone under like 16 and 17 are automatically considered juvenile. And so, in order to be tried as an adult, or even to be, if you are involved in any kind of, criminal legal situation as an underage, as someone under the age of 18, you, in order to be moved to adult court, it has to be like submitted. The DA, the courts all have to approve it to be ruled, as, and said you can be 17, but sorry, kid, this is going, you're going to be tried as a legit 18-year-old.
Yeah, they have to petition the Supreme Courts and things like that.
And
Gotcha.
the petition was filed on, it was Tuesday. What day? So Thursday. It would be Tuesday, the 20th. By that point, the petition had been filed. Now it's the process of moving through the court system. And I mean, the sheriff said, even said in his statement on that, I believe it was that Tuesday, the 20th, not only are they working with like local and some federal law enforcement, but they are working within the court system to push this forward. And until that is pushed forward, where the hiccup is for all of us standing on the outside is that they can't release anything.
Right.
Other than saying that they have, I'm assuming they have a solid lead and a solid reasoning for identifying this potential or specific 17-year-old
person of interest, if you will, suspect. Yeah.
But until it is passed through the courts, they can't share anything. Once it's, if it passes, and many people, and I researched and actually spoken with a criminal defense attorney too, that they're like, they don't have a question that it won't, it's going to be pushed through. It's just obviously.
This person is being charged with first-degree murder. So
yeah, I mean, so that's the charge. They've stated the charge of
right, but they just haven't stated the individual.
Murder. But they can't announce the person, and we don't know the specifics or any details surrounding this individual because he's at the benefit of the age and not being cleared yet through the entire system and the process of what it takes to be tried as an adult in North Carolina. So there, pros and cons to everything, but that's just how it stands. And it was passed, and at this point, there's no way around it. You have to go through this process in order to have anything juvenile. If it's related to a juvenile in terms of a suspect, nothing is going to be released unless it's approved and they are literally tried as an adult, acknowledged and tried as an adult.
Okay, should I add this to the stream? Are you ready?
You can. Okay. And then, thanks, Pointer Lover. Oh, it's so nice to be able to look at my phone. Okay, wait, hold on. So I can zoom this. Is this super little for y'all? Okay.
Hey, Pointer Lover.
Sorry, let me.
Can you guys see that at all?
Look at this beautiful timeline.
Melissa Jade. Okay, somebody dropped Melissa because she dropped our link, and I was so excited because I just put her in Nightbot today. Bitch bot. Throw that bitch bot down.
Is it just Melissa or Crazy Mama? I could do it if Crazy Mama can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, is that getting bigger for anybody? No, I don't.
No, actually,
anyone on your phones, I suggest it's a point in the program where you zoom in.
Yeah.
And I just want to specify, I know there is a lot of speculation and hearsay, and I don't mean to say everything is rumor, but you know what I mean, in terms of how we put together our timeline and stuff. It is literally things that we've been able to vet and verify. And I'm not saying that some of the stuff that's being said in terms of theories and what's happened doesn't have validity to it. We're just not ready to say that's for facts. So this is built off of literally what we know thus far that's been actually posted before it was ruled as,
Right.
a homicide, or things that have fallen within legal documents, credible news outlets, et cetera, et cetera. So obviously this will probably change and expand, but this is what we're working with.
This is what we're starting right now. And this is how we always start. We always start with a timeline and go from there. And kind of, as you can see, the tabs at the bottom, we start to spread out and do other things. Like the spider web gets bigger and bigger as we trap our suspect in here. But this is we start like this and go through our timeline from what we can, like LFT said, vet from reports, from factual information, basically. Sorry to repeat exactly what she just said. That was dumb. So why don't you guys do it? I will mute, and you guys who have more knowledge can go through it, and I'll just ask you questions if that's okay. Because I have a million questions.
LFT has I think she's done the most digging. I know she's done more than me. Tia, you know what I know.
Everyone, okay, there we go. Shut your eyes as let's say shit. Never mind, we're all good. I just wanted to explain too, for those, I'm sure people that listen to this either live or later, where this is in North Carolina, when it says that Lyrics and Eflin and Devin's and Mebane, I really can't describe it. It's literally like, I mean, you're talking one side of the street could be an Eflin address, especially actually as you move towards the area where the bodies were recovered. There's literally a property on one side of Buckhorn Road that falls in, that's technically Eflin and Orange County, and another street, a couple houses up that falls in still kind of, but technically it falls in Alamance County. So like they overlap. So, but they're still very close. And so we're not talking, 40, 50 miles apart. We're talking, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's even going the furthest distances, for.
Are you doing distances first, or are you doing the timeline, or do you want to, which you prefer?
I'm going back to the timeline. I just wanted to make sure before I said that I was like looking. I just wanted to ensure that I had them
okay,
kind of right in explaining the distances. So some people are like, how could, as we go through the timeline.
Okay, got you. That makes sense.
So basically what happened is Friday night, Friday the 16th, I guess all the high schoolers from all over, obviously they went to different high schools. There was a plan. I guess there's word of a party going on that night. The location has not yet been verified as far as I'm concerned. But Lyrics at home in Eflin, as far as I know, Devin is at his dad's house in Mebane. At some point at that night, Lyric's stepdad says that he remembers potentially last time he saw her was around 11. She was getting in the shower, c'est la vie, turning in for the night. I am fairly certain that she was not able to have her phone. She did not have her phone with her because I mean, for lack of a better word, she was potentially grounded. Like she was hoping to get her phone back the next day. So I don't think needless to say, she was not, I don't think she had like her parents like, okay, yeah, you can go out tonight. So just everyone keep that in mind too. So he says, I think, she's apparently taking a shower around 11. Even in Devin's missing report that was done, his was done on Sunday. The last time that he was reported being seen by family is 11, I believe 11 o'clock as well, Friday night. So we're going with that timeline, at least the last that they were reportedly being seen. They
Hi,
somehow
Robbie, thank you for coming by.
these two somehow meet. I believe Devin gets a ride. This is where it comes into the third, at least a potential third person in a vehicle with them. So Devin gets a ride, likely to go pick up or meet up with Lyric, or to pick her up, for all of them to hang out. Some people say they're dating. Some people say they aren't. At this point, in my opinion, I don't think it matters if they're dating or not. Regardless, they were friends and acquaintances enough to hang out, spend time together, get a ride with one another. End of story.
I'm sharing the screen on the map. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because I was going to have you explain that as well. Here we go.
Yeah. So
are you good there?
Yeah. So where Lyric's house is in Eflin is off Mount Willing Road, and that's kind of all family land right there. But basically the issue is according to the police report, when the next morning when stepdad woke up around 10 a.m. or he went to go check on her that morning around 10, she wasn't in her room. Couldn't find her, no signs of her, whatnot. The back door is unlocked, and the stepdad is certain that he locked it before he went to bed. So they're assuming that she went through the back door, snuck out through the back door. I do think, from what I've seen thus far, they do have a ring camera, or at least some sort of security camera on the front, but not on the back. When law enforcement comes on Saturday, they used a canine, and the canine, they had to use her pillowcase, to get her scent. But so basically what Tia is showing here is that the canines tracked her scent through the back into this wooded area back behind these, the first and second houses, right in that little area. And you'll see Creeks Crossing is right there. They tracked her scent back into there, and then eventually they lost it along the dirt road. I think they said, quote unquote, from the report, just so I don't misquote this real fast, that the dog showed some interest in the wooded area behind the home where four-wheelers ran, but ended shortly at the dirt road that runs behind the residence. So
it should be this Creeks Crossing.
Yeah. So right through there.
Okay.
And that's why they presume too that she got into a vehicle at that point. Because the dog lost her scent. There's a report about a 3 a.m. sighting of a car with Lyric in it by a neighbor, but I don't want to get to that quite yet. But so that's where we are. So I think it's clear that there's a chance that Lyric and Devin are in a vehicle. They picked her up. And so at least 3 people are in a car, and they are headed to wherever they are going. I don't want to give but so many details till, like we said, or
right.
How
so
we
you go
all
through
are.
your timeline. Yeah.
Or no, and I was like, there's so much speculation about a party, or he said, she said they were here. It's so frustrating.
Can I show on the map how far away they were found?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's barely less than 2.5 miles from her house.
So this is her area here. This is her family's area here, and they were found.
And
I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't want to make anybody ill. They were found right here. But can you guys see that?
And can we also, do you have any pictures of them? Because I want to,
yes.
I just think they're so beautiful. They're such beautiful kids, both of them.
I agree. I mean, I can't say enough about these two that are beautiful. You're right, Allie. Thank you so much for bringing that up. And I will put up a picture of both of them in just a few minutes. But this is where she lived, and this is where they were found, right here. So it wasn't very far. And right here, I'm going to zoom in just so you can see, this was the neighbor we were speaking of that heard the shots. So they were found in this area right here. Here's the neighbor that reported hearing the shots.
Slink,
now I will stop sharing, and LFT can take over. Sorry.
No, so Slink, if you could have heard me a little while ago, Slink, I was like and I think I said this to Alex and Tia, I go, what's killing me is this 1:30, the 1:30 and the 3 a.m. because they don't add up. I mean, they either contradict one another or they don't fit together. I mean, you can't have, if he hear, this neighbor, oh, sorry, am I sharing my screen?
No.
Oh, whoops.
That's okay. That's okay. I will share your screen in 1 second whenever you're ready. I'm gonna find pictures of them really super fast, if that's okay. So people have an idea.
Yeah,
thank you. I have about a bajillion on my phone and then a ton in my emails. Because I don't have a Mac. I've got the iPhone.
I could send some through Messenger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have. Let's see. Let's pull her picture all the way up, not just.
Actually,
I mean, this girl is stunning.
Gosh, beautiful.
So, and I'm sure people have looked at like the social media stuff too, because at some points they can look so young because you forget how young 14 is. And then you see her when she, hanging out with friends and, maybe trying to be a little bit older than you are. Like she is so innocent, just kind of in awe. You know what I mean? She's
stunning. She's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Let me find this. Oh, Devin.
There's so many.
He's so
adorable.
I have so many pictures of Devin that I could share.
That photo of him with the money, where he's like, he just looks like he's like going to be the next like billion, like Jay-Z, like or something. Like it's just
love him.
Like his prom pictures or the dance pictures, whatever, the one.
I know, but I look at this is the one. I'm going to show you this one first before I go to those, because this one, I just love the look in his eyes. I'm not even kidding. The determination. Hang on, let me show you this. This is him at practice. And I just want to look at this determination. Look at this kid. Is he not the most beautiful kid you've seen? Look at that. The focus. Like this kid he's ready. He's going places.
Mm-mm-mm.
And he's, like I said, I have a gazillion. Where am I going? This is him. And there's his number 4.
Oh. I love that one.
I know. I
love his
pictures.
Like the prom or homecoming pictures, whatever.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up.
Great too.
He's such a handsome kid. Go ahead. I'll pull the pictures.
I think like the elephant in the room. Yes. There's an element apparently that can be associated with this case because of race, because it's a young Black gentleman with a white young girl. I hate that it plays. I don't know how much of a role it plays at this point, but it's worth noting. You know what I mean? I don't mean I'm not speaking ill of either one. I do not care either way, but I think it is an area of contention for some people, especially. You have to remember we're smaller towns in North Carolina that it's open-minded as some of us hope to be. There's still some very
I gotcha. Not as open-minded individuals.
Yeah, and especially in areas like, think about it. These are the places where slavery existed. There's a lot of people who have family members that, and there's a lot of homes like that still have slave quarters in the back. Around my mom's house, oh my God, almost every big house still has the little buildings in the back. It's crazy. There's just so much history.
There was something in the news, I think yesterday I saw it. Alex, I don't know if I'll have to look it back up, but someone just recently bought a property around here and found a gravesite like on the property, and it had 50 from the slave court. I mean, it's awful. I hate even saying that, but yeah, I think it may have even been in High Point.
Oh my God, I didn't see that.
Just bought it, and it was in the news. It was just, it's horrible. So, but I don't, at the same time, I think we have to kind of call a spade and recognize that there are still elements of that exist. right or wrong is still
Not okay with it.
it's not we're not okay with it, but we
Right.
are aware that there's still some issues around that. And so that's what's another very unfortunate part about this case is that there's a lot of heated, some undertones are very heated, and
that's the part I don't want to speculate on until we know more. And that's nothing against you. And I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. But it's one of those things that like I don't want to speculate on that. And God forbid start a rumor on that.
Oh,
I know
gosh,
that
no.
that's already out there, but it breaks my heart.
We as Decipher, and I think as Alex Erickson and her channel, we get it. We're aware of what's going on, but that's not our focus. But we're not ignoring the fact that that might be there, but that it doesn't matter. These are still two young children that were in high school. One is a freshman and one is a senior. One hasn't even taken, she's not even 14 and a half yet to even be able to take driver's ed. She hasn't even reached that point. Like, these
she
are still
literally got out of middle school
just
a little while ago, and just
no one.
Like I said, stunning. I'm going to open up because I know Allie sent some pictures. Go ahead. I'm listening. Okay, perfect.
The TikTok I sent, it's of her, but if this video is monetized, I don't know if it is or not. It might have music, so I would skip through that
aren't
one.
Aren't we in the clear though? We're not monetized.
We're in the clear.
If you're not monetized, no, it doesn't matter. If you're not, no, and even if you are, like I uploaded it to my channel, I just didn't monetize that video.
Right.
Okay. I was like, well, wait.
Screen.
Don't worry about that on this end, about in terms of give us, the strike for the whole. Wait, no, we're not monetized. That's right. Never mind.
Not. No, we don't earn any money for this. This is what we do. All right, where's your? I'm going to share some pictures while you're talking, if that's okay. Is that okay?
Okay, I'm going to finish the overall story while I'm on a roll here. And this
Go
way,
right
y'all
ahead. I'm just going to show pictures
when I get things wrong. Okay, y'all. So needless to say, these two meet up, or somehow, some way, these two are together. They meet up after, by after midnight for sure. Where T.S. was showing y'all on Buckhorn Road how close it was actually to, like, literally a right off the road that she's off to, and then you turn right onto Buckhorn. They're not far. It was David White. Everyone's seen every interview of him. He's the neighbor. He actually lives on Yarborough Road, which tees into Buckhorn. So right at that intersection where they were found. He said he sat down, I believe it was around 12:30, 1 o'clock Friday night before bed, or excuse me, early Saturday morning. But before going to bed, when he was turning in Friday night, he sat down and was watching TV around 12:31, watching for about an hour. And while he was watching TV, he's all of a sudden heard gunshots, and it wasn't. He specified like automatic, because it was like boom, 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 boom. Like he hears 10 gunshots, and then he said there was a pause, and then he heard 5 more. And I think Alex and I kind of, being in the area or around, we get it. You're kind of used to hearing a gunshot maybe every once in a while, hunting wise, especially in these open lands, even whether it's legal at the time or not. But it stood out to him because I think, like he said, the automatic fire rapid succession was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? So if he says that he's watching TV for an hour or so, that I'm predicting that he's hearing those gunshots by, I'll be generous enough to say between 12:45 a.m. and 2 a.m. he hears gunshots. Sometime between then, remember, he's sitting down watching TV. And he said he's watching for an hour. At some point within that time is when he hears the gunshots. If that's the case, and it is, we have not, again, gotten any kind of like full autopsy report or whatnot, but it does appear that cause of death would be, at this moment, from gunshot wounds. And if he's hearing those gunshots around that time, the neighbor potentially closer to Lyric's house saying that he saw her in a car. He can't remember, like, I don't think the neighbor specified the car, color, anything, but saying that he saw around 3 a.m. I can't quite make that equate in my head. Like, someone's going to have to tell me how you can, for a fact that you saw her or witnessed her in a car at 3 a.m. and it maybe those gunshots were related. Like, that makes no sense to me. So,
or maybe he drifted off to sleep for like an hour or two and maybe didn't realize it or something. But you would think he would look at the clock once he heard the gunshot. So I don't know.
Because he does say, like, remembering, I think he even said it. I mean, like, it was like, it really caught him off guard at the hour that he heard it. Didn't he say it was something like at that hour, like just being like, whoa.
Yeah.
And you may hear one, every once in a while because of like a coyote or something trying to get him off the land. But everyone knows, like, a shotgun versus an automatic is distinguishable. And so I
think that's speculation at the moment. At the moment, that's speculation.
Yeah, he said, he asked, he's like, so they were shot at 1:30, but seen alive at 3. That doesn't work together. And that's what we're kind of like, huh?
That's exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Nicole.
And this is
Thanks
what
for coming in.
I mean, I've said this all day to the girls, like, and we're such sticklers for try not to go, especially in cases like this where we don't have but so many official documents to use as reference. We do have some, and we've been fortunate enough to, like, obtain and even try to request some additional ones, but it's tight. Like, there's not much. So it is really hard for me to wrap my head around this. What did I say? I don't understand the 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand
how.
Well,
we know that, the stepfather saw her get in the shower at 11, and then there's a 1:30 potential sighting.
The first thing there's the first things when I originally heard about this, and I have to actually to positively Parker. She did a post about this, like, right after it happened, just FYI, and she's great about, Alex and others are about sharing, just crazy, like, cases that are going on and making all of us aware. And I was like, I was like, oh my God, I just saw that on the news. How crazy. Like, God, you know about this almost pretty much before I did. Oh my God, where was I going with this? What the hell was I just talking about?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh my God.
Parker doing a post about.
Yeah, Parker doing a post.
Okay, so like, that was it.
The party.
So, yeah, so that's when I kind of like started looking at it. And the first time, and I said, like, on a stack of Bibles, I want to say the first time I heard the 1:30, it was in relation to a party that was going on. You know what I mean? Like, it was something like either on a Snapchat or like a TikTok or something. It was about some kids at a party. But now, as this case has evolved more, in terms of Lyric herself being missing, even though it says that the stepdad last saw her at around 11, now within the report, it later says, and like stepmom and stuff has posted, she was last seen at 1:30. And I was like, huh? Like, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. She was last seen, or can you specify, was she last seen like at home at 1:30, or was it verified that she was last seen elsewhere at 1:30? But they haven't clarified that. And I think,
yeah. And someone had asked the law in North Carolina, or Callie asked, I think, does the law keep us from getting anything? No, we like, they've put out little things, like some stuff, but it does prevent us from getting anything about like the suspect, the arrest, details like that, where we'd get like the arrest affidavit, we get a lot of information about the case there typically. I hope that it will go through. What do you guys think about that? Why would it not go through? I mean, hello, it's a double homicide. I mean,
I don't think that we're going to have any trouble once the arrest is made, finding out who the individual is. And I say that based solely on an ignorant observation, which is just school shooters.
Mm-hmm.
The school shooters that are all underage, realizing that they're in different states, but those names are released pretty quickly, even though they're underage.
And I cannot, oh gosh, take a star off my chart. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but in a way, this is similar to the Kylie case, because not only this, you're talking about we have a victim who is 18, but we also have a victim who's who's 14 years old. And not only that, some of the people, if they were with a group of people at a party, whatever is determined, we're also dealing with people who are most likely between their freshman and junior year of high school. They are not technically adults. And so what they're going to be able to say and release is going to be limited. I mean, they're guarded by the law. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Like we all know, on social media, there will be speculations and stuff. But in terms of official reports, I don't.
And you know what? Actually, let me say something about the social media too, because we were talking about this earlier. This case is solely driven right now by social media, which is good in some cases and terrible in others, meaning that those in social media need to be responsible with the reporting and can't say things like "I heard," and like where we want to go with the facts here, and we really want to support those social media channels and outlets that have the facts, because you can hear things like I heard that someone saw Lyric at 3 a.m. but yet on the timeline shots are fired at another time, so that throws everything off. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, those of us in social media have to be we have to be better, especially when we're dealing with children. And I know that Devin is 18 and he was considered an adult, but in my eyes, he's a child. And I just want to say that, those that we associate with, Allie, always, it's always facts. Parker, always facts. Kate, always facts. So anybody covering this, we know that they're going to be, especially with kids, right, Parker? Right. No, they haven't arrested anyone yet, Kate. Well, let me back that up. That we know of. Let me say that. And I want to hold those responsible in Facebook groups as well. Stop with the speculation and the I heard and the whatever. Like, let's keep this to the facts so that law enforcement doesn't have to take a long time to weed through and vet the things that we've quote unquote heard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, I don't mean to.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It bothers me that we're wasting time.
Yeah. But I know, I have to admit, this is the first time that I've actually been reading more and more about a case in some Facebook groups, because there's so little available to us. But I'm too anal anyway. My personality as it is, I appreciate hearing anyone's opinions. People are going to say good, bad, fair, not fair. It's going to be said because, it's Facebook and social media. But I do appreciate seeing some stuff and being willing to look further into that.
Because Misha, I agree with you. That is true. 100%.
But it's not going to stop, but we can all try to do better and just be consciously aware of the rumors and how that affects things. I mean, like I want to hear the rumors, too. I can't help it. We all do. We want to know, but also we need to keep in mind and not try to spread stuff like that along. Keep in mind that it's a rumor. It's even things that are, out there, that are not really rumors, that are publicly out there. If it's not like coming from law enforcement directly, it's still, you should never really 100% count on it unless you hear it from law enforcement or you see it in the documents or something like that. That's kind of
Yeah,
I'm
and
at.
that's really what I was getting behind too. Is I liked this unfiltered Justice for Devin and Lyric unfiltered Facebook group, because while people are allowed to give their opinions, they're really trying to also keep speculation, in my opinion, down and facts up. So I that's one thing I did appreciate in that group that oftentimes we don't see regulated in other Facebook groups. So
And I've liked it because you see even comments within post, you will see people like, where, show me, how do you know this, or where did you see this? And you actually see people responding with these. And granted, for right now, I get it. That's what we have, like a screenshot or something to go off of. But people are engaging and actually showing what they saw. And then people are like, oh my gosh, that's similar to what I saw here. You know, in a way, it's don't get me wrong. Yes, it falls under the umbrella of speculation at this point, but it's tailored to a degree, like to a sense of you have to, they're providing you're backing what you say, you know, with some kind of quote unquote proof, and the conversation continues. And I'm sure there are other groups like that, but I wanted, you know, we're not stupid. Yes, we know, like,
well, I appreciate you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't even know. No, it's all you. Go for it.
Sorry. No, just appreciate that you guys even care to say that and put like a foot down against it, because to me, I think that like viewers, like them speculating or like just regular people, that's one thing. But when it's a content creator who is really like pushing, you know, who's doing that and not maybe saying that they're speculating or pushing a lot of the rumors or stuff, I just feel that can be so damaging. I think as creators, we really got to take a step back and think about stuff before we just run and put it out. Because then, you know, it just the impact is so much heavier.
I agree. And I think theorizing things behind the scenes with each other is fantastic, and running through scenarios is fantastic. Doing it publicly is dangerous, because if someone tunes in for that 2 minutes and only hears a portion of what we're talking about, and runs with that, you know, that's why I think the three of us are so careful about, like, we're saying it's speculation or we're saying it's just theory. We're not saying this is fact. Like, you know.
But and I bet that happens a lot. People coming in just for like a sec.
Yeah. In our chat, sure. I feel like in our chat and Alex's too, if y'all see, like, at this time, put your comments in the chat and put us to the test. Like, ask us, like, okay, I heard this, or what, you know, we might not agree with it, but make us prove to you what we're saying, because
we'll show you our sources.
Yeah, that's warranted. And and
I always ask people for their sources, so feel free to challenge us in a respectful way and ask for ours. I'm down. Like, we're always down for that. You know,
I love that, because I never want to like just give my viewers my opinion and be like, yeah, now just take this and that's what it is. I just want to tell them my opinion and then be like, here, now you go check all this out and come up with your own opinion, you know, yourself. And that's,
absolutely.
Sorry, I forgot to share my screen.
Okay, so sorry, LFT, we interrupted you with your timeline.
I think I'm pretty sure I interrupted myself, so don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure I'm the catalyst of this whole caveat. I hit share.
Oh, you did? I'm so sorry. I was in YouTube, and now I'm sharing.
I hit share. That the little country bumpkin came out. I mean, I've no room to talk, but
Tia, what can I never find?
Her iPad. Those of us above the Mason-Dixon line say iPad.
I'm like,
iPad.
I was like, I don't know. I gotta find my iPad.
Where's her iPad?
I say that too. iPad. iPad. But then, where do you say iPad?
I don't know what she says, but I know she says
it's two syllables.
I can't find my phone, and I'm like, you're what?
No,
Like
I say I can't find my phone.
my
You say
phone. Like it's like my
phone.
phone. I'm like, no, it's the phone. It's like the phone. I was like, what are you in Canada? Like what? Whatever.
That's funny.
Needless to
It's
say,
so funny.
yes, sometimes
Thank
it
you,
comes out the
Elaine.
time
That's so nice.
stronger than
Welcome
others.
in.
Okay. So basically, y'all all get it, right? So we're all on board. The kids are out somewhere together, and it's this Mr. David White, and he's the most pleasant individual that I've seen interviewed yet as a ear witness, I guess you would say.
An ear witness.
An ear witness. And oh shoot, I gotta zoom in. No, I don't. Wait, yeah, I do.
Now you can just explain it. Just explain it.
Okay.
Because what
I
we'll
just
end up
wanted to-
doing, you guys, is we'll end up putting this in our group so you can see it. We'll post it in our group so you can see it.
Mhm.
So if you want to come into Decipher's Facebook group, you can do that. And if we're allowed to post it elsewhere, we will. But I don't want to say that we're allowed without doing it until.
Oh gosh, but I would love to do it and have people build off of it. That would just be amazing to see. But anyway, so David White, he sat down, to watch TV that night and hit, quote unquote, around 12:30 or 1 a.m., I sat down and watched TV for about an hour. All of a sudden, I heard 10 shots going off together quite fast. David White told CBS 17. A minute later, 5 more shots went off. Okay, so you're sitting down watching TV. He says, I watched for about an hour. All right, so that puts us, 1:32? Right? And then all of a sudden he hears shots going off. And I think Alex is right. Like he could have fallen asleep or something, but I'm speculating around I'm thinking the shots were around the 1:32 a.m. based on this so far. So he hears the shots go off. The other thing that we have after that was apparently around that time as well, around 3 a.m. a neighbor says they saw Woods riding in a vehicle around 3 a.m. Saturday near where the body was found. Well, damn, actually that may make sense. Wow, I should look at my own work sometime. Okay.
Which I love when it all connects and you're like, oh,
yeah,
sugar snaps.
Okay. So then by 3 a.m., y'all, whatever happens, I believe whatever happened had happened. There are some reports of, like I said earlier, the alleged party potentially 1:30. Even if, and this may tie together, that they'd been they were at one location, everyone was about to go somewhere else, and part of the rumor on the street is that Devin and Lyric didn't show up. And I just wanted to put that in there too. Like the people, I think it was, what I mean? It was people were expecting to see them and they didn't, and so I think maybe between this time, something potentially could have happened. Well, we roll around to 10 a.m. Y'all, it's Saturday morning, wake up, have coffee, stepdad goes to check around 10, realizes Lyric is not there. Actually, y'all, I'm sorry for stalking certain people's Facebooks, but in the most appropriate, non-invasive manner. 10 a.m., her stepdad realized she's missing. At 11:46 a.m., it's Lyric's stepmom actually shares a post at 11:46 saying that Lyric is missing. Has anyone heard from her? At 12:30, by 12:39, it's 12:39 that the Orange County Sheriff's Office is generating the missing persons report for Lyric. So I'm assuming, around 12:30 they're being called. But we're going to go with the 12:39 p.m. on Saturday is when her initial report is dated, timed, and everything for being missing. At this time, the officers, obviously talking to the parents, taking the questions, but they also reach out because obviously Lyric's mom and dad are divorced, and her dad and stepmom actually live in Burlington, which is from where she is maybe 30 minutes away. So once again, like if y'all know where Elon University is, They live right out. They're right in a little sub area of Burlington, so they're not far. So they do get in touch with Ellie, and the family also reaches out to the Woods because Lyric's mom and stepdad are Canada, last name Canada. So they get in touch with the Woods. They come down, or I do believe her dad certainly gets involved at this point and comes to help. And the officer who is there taking the report, talking to the family, calls in, places, more information comes in. They request the canine and the drone. And in the meantime, while they're doing that, he gets permission. They do the whole search of the property. I think, Tia, what else? They search her room with permission. There's no note. There was no evidence of a note, nothing, suicide, nothing like that. They can't find any evidence. Her parents, mom and stepdad, even said, I know we've all seen it on the news, something potential suicide. I think it's not even, the grammar is incorrect in the report, but basically it's saying like potential suicidal. But her mom and stepdad are pretty adamant.
Unaliving.
Yes. Oh, I apologize. Oh God.
Sorry.
Ella.
Sorry. Don't apologize. It's your channel. I'm just reminding you. That's all.
Yeah, that's okay. I
almost full named myself too right then. So but anyway, but her stepdad and mom are pretty adamant that her mom, they've never talked about that. Like, she's never even joked about it. Unaliving, even jokingly. They did not think, my impression is they didn't see that as a legitimate option. So everyone comes in. Her stepmom advises that all the items except for an iPad were accounted for. Obviously, her phone was accounted for because I think her parents had taken it from her. But they did eventually obtain Lyric's iPad. I cannot yet. I know it's in the report, the police report, as one of the items listed. Once they were able to get there to take that into evidence in some way, shape, or form, I just need to verify the time of the iPad. But I do know at this point in time, yes, they have all of her devices, her iPad, her iPhone. But on the initial search at home, with everything, that they could find everything except her iPad. At 3:44 on Saturday, Lyric is officially entered into the NCIC system, which is the law enforcement's national database for, missing and endangered children. Is that it, Tia? Something? Yeah. So by 3:44, she's entered into the system. And actually, I didn't realize this until recently, there was also Bolo out for her, like within a 50-mile radius at that same time. And the family continues throughout the day to share, as y'all can see. They're sharing Facebook posts. What time was the first time we look at the law enforcement? Sorry, everyone who don't get seasick. I swear.
Are you down to 5:30?
Hold on one second. I was looking at the Orange Sheriff's Office. At 5:20, yeah. At 5:20.
Yes, crazy mama.
Apparently, so the Orange County Sheriff's Office on the 17th as well, on Saturday, they did share, I think, a missing post. But when you go to their Facebook page, y'all, it's all wackadoo because it's like an update to it. But I do believe that Orange County did post it on their website, because I know that the stepmom and stuff were kind of sharing that link, but as it got like updated, so the dates on it changed. But the word spread around Orange County and Alamance County about Lyric. Canines come in. They brought in the canine. And by the time the canine had come in, it's important to note that it had been more than 12 hours since Lyric Woods had left her home. And the tracking, in terms of tracking, it was near the back door. Tracking near the back door due to that being possibly where the female last left the residence at around 11:30 last night. This is per the missing, like law enforcement's missing persons report. So this is where they initially say, this is what blows my mind, is here it is. They're saying, left the residence at around 11:30 p.m. last night.
So we have 11:30, we have 3, we have 1:30. This is why we're trying to put this timeline together to try and identify what makes sense.
And that's why I really want to stress that if people are looking into this, right, wrong, no ifs, ands, or buts, please look at the times that are noted within even these reports. It might not even make sense, but it's worth a discussion, because that I was like, wait a minute. All right, she was taking a shower, okay, and then to have it quoted in the missing persons report as last left the residence at around 11:30 p.m. last night. Needless to say, they are not recovered Saturday. Devin's situation was, they both, have, like most of us, 2 family homes. So he was actually staying and I think essentially living with his dad at the time.
Hang on one second. Let me ask you this, because we're being questioned in the chat and I want to make sure we answer it. How do we know it was 11? Misha Rain asked.
So the reason the 11 o'clock hour is because Lyric's
or
stepdad.
11:30. I'm sorry, 11:30.
Okay. The 11 comes from the stepdad saying when the shower came on, heard her potentially getting in the shower. The 11:30 is in I think the second page of the narrative of Lyric's missing persons report, and I put it in quotes. So it literally said, near, in terms of the dog tracking the scent, near the back door, due to that being possibly where the female last left the residence at around 11:30 p.m. last night.
Law enforcement would have gotten it from her parents.
And I think the next question is, why does the parents' times keep changing?
That's an excellent question.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give that one to Misha. She gets a point for that one, because I know that's her next one.
We're just going to go ahead and bold that while I'm thinking about this. So just y'all keep that. I've kind of forgotten. This is what was driving me nuts the other night doing this. I was like, why the F is this changing? But so if it's in quotes, I honest to gracious, I have taken it from the news article or literally from the report itself. And so that stood out to me. Sunday morning, obviously so what I was saying is that Devin was not reported on Saturday. That is, I think I know that 2 stations said both were reported Saturday. They did come back and correct it. But no, it was only Lyric, as we all know, was reported Saturday.
Right.
Sunday morning, obviously, Lyric's family, their, fear, worry, and anxiety has escalated a bit. And now Devin's family is starting to be like, wait a minute, has anyone seen, and granted, y'all, he's a senior, whatnot, could have been staying with a friend. I kind of get, to each his own. I get it. Lyric's family by this point, though, they're a step in I do believe they're a step ahead in the missing process, because
she's younger.
She's younger, and they started the process. They started this process 12 hours before the Clark family did. So the first thing that I picked up on the Sunday, the 18th, is that Lyric's stepdad is now, or Lyric's grandfather is offering a reward, and he posted it on Facebook. I mean, anything concerning the whereabouts. Anyone who has any information, please, get in touch. Even Lyric's stepmom, her stepmom's ex-husband is sharing it now. Like people are spreading the word. That was at 10:16 that the stepmom's ex-husband is sharing, and just sharing the post, getting the word out there. At 11:24 a.m. on Sunday, Devin's family, and in my opinion, from the 3 things I've seen, did say his dad. I don't care if it was his dad or his mom. At this point, Devin's family is reporting him as missing. They're concerned about his whereabouts.
They
So
reported him missing to the police, right?
yes, and it went into the Lyrics was reported just because the location automatically goes to Orange County Sheriff's Office, where Devin, like I said, 8 miles away, his comes into the Mebane PD, but he's immediately reported as missing at 11:24, and in that report of his, it also states that he was last seen Friday night, the 16th, around 11 p.m. Take that for what it's worth. In the meantime, at 12:50, his mom, Tiffany, that we've all seen on Facebook and on the news, she actually does her first post. It's not a live, but she does the first post saying, please pray for me and my family. Where are we? We're at 11:50. Please pray for me and my family. At 1:40, at 1:42. Oh yeah, 12:50. Please pray for my family. At 1:42, Devin is also entered into the national system, to the NCIC. His missing person report is, and this is where it gets really sad, because at 1:47, Tiffany goes live again, or she does her first live, and I think she even says, and Tia and Alex, y'all correct me, like she's like, I don't normally do lives. I don't even know.
That was the heart-wrenching. It was,
but she was like, yeah. God, it was. And it was about like, we're looking for my son. Please, if anyone has seen him, anyone that has any information, anything, like, I need my son to be okay. Everyone is worried. It's a relatively short live. So that's at 1:47. At 2:05, she goes live again. And this, I think one was tweet too, but she reiterates, certainly in that second live, that she's gotten information now that he was with his friend. By this point, she knows the name Lyric Woods, and she makes a point to include Lyric in this message too, that both of these children are missing.
Yeah, but the one thing that struck me about this, and this is where I really have to speak up for this lovely lady, God love her, was that while she's saying her son's missing and she's concerned and she's crying, she's also saying, I think he's with this girl who's also missing, you guys. So keep out for Lyric, or, keep an eye out for Lyric as well. To me, a very selfless act. And the forethought in that really spoke volumes as to who this Devin is, who this boy is, because I'll be honest with you, if my kid were missing, I'm not sure that I'd be talking about another missing child that he may or may not have been with. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't know definitely if her son was with Lyric at that point. She had just heard maybe. And so I give her so much respect for putting that information out there. She always included Lyric. Yes, she did. And
hey guys.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump down and chat because I'm really tired. I'm like falling asleep a little bit.
Oh, we're
doing
good.
We
put Allie to sleep. We did good.
No, you didn't. It's I go to sleep around this time every night, and every time I do, I fell asleep on Teresa's panel last time I was on there on mute.
I do. That's what I'm that's what I'm saying. We did amazing. Look, we did it too.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to keep listening and join in chat, and I just don't want to fall asleep up here. I'm getting so tired.
If you hear something, if you snore and wake up, please let us know if we screwed up on something.
She's gonna be like, no, that's wrong. Don't.
I will. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We really, really appreciate you being here, Allie.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you guys having me. I really, really do. And yeah, I'll look forward to more soon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Go put your earbuds in and just listen, and we'll lullaby you to sleep.
Yes, awesome. All right, good night, guys, and thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay. Bye.
Before I put anyone else to sleep, I'll go really fast through this so y'all can know.
Because you know what? We were going to go through the 911 call. I don't know if we're going to have time.
We'll do that, but we can post some of that. But anyway, I just realized I've done terrible at doing this.
Yeah, I think you've done great.
Okay, so at 2:05. Okay, needless to say, so then I just want to be very specific because we took the time to go through and map this out. So I just want to make sure I include everything.
Yeah, of course.
At 2, so misconception or tip. Pardon me for just saying Tiffany. She does the post, and then at 2:40, so 2:05, she does another live at 2:47. By 2:47 p.m., she's sharing. By this point, when she realizes that Lyric is included, she's gotten Lyric's missing information too, and she's including those images in a post like these children are missing, and she's including Devin's name. I suggest I will be happy to share this, and I know she put out her social media in the news, and y'all find that, and please go look at it because she did it. Whatever you want to say about any of this situation, I have to commend them for, at this point, for them especially, including both of the children and acknowledging it. So, but this is the worst part, y'all. She posts she does a Facebook post at 2:47 talking about Lyric and Devin's being missing. and some who to call with images. Less than 10 minutes later, a 911 call comes in, and two guys on I think it's two that were on the 4-wheelers, but guys on 4-wheelers who were going out putting out deer corn. No, it was not confirmed on trail cams. They were literally out riding, and they came across 2 deceased bodies. So this in less than 10 minutes of her posting that, a 911 call comes in about 2 deceased bodies being found off of Buckhorn Road. And that's just it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking regardless for all these families. But the fact that she just started posting, an hour before.
Then she finds out her son is deceased, on the side of a road, which just pisses me right off in a number of ways.
And I just want to be very, so the call's coming in at 2. The call came in at 2:54. We are fortunate enough to have pieces of this 911 report in the radio logs, and I can tell you that the first officer arrived on scene at 3:07:50. Well, excuse me for being so specific, but it was at 3:07:50 p.m. So, whatever, they're there. And then
really quick, let me jump in because I want to talk about the 911 call really quick while you got there before we. She's gone through and she's done. Do you have the 911 just so I can show that? Because I want to be. That is something that I do want to post in our group. Is how we've put that in order. From the reports that we were able to get. And I'm not going to, I know they had to identify him by his clothing.
It's awful.
I can't, I cannot. This is so heavy on my heart for these people. I, as a parent, it's really easy to go through the roof and it's really easy for me to cry at this one. And I don't know which one I want to do. But I'll tell you, since my friends and partner here are local, we will be researching locally.
And people are coming, we're all going together and we're going to be able to, I will be the first. I have family that just moved. I've done Christmas Day in Efland. I know this area.
And the thing is, we don't want to do anything that's going to hurt the investigation or expose anything like that, or we're not, doing a live to get numbers and views and things like that. We're doing it for investigative purposes. We want to see, like, we look at how many feet it was from here to there, how many inches it was. Yes, boots on the ground is exactly right. Exactly right. But I just wanted to, did you pull up the 911?
Yeah, this is the 911 call, like for our timeline. This is the 911.
Oh, see, I don't have it in color. Look at me. Okay, so can you gently scroll and just show people like what it is, and then we'll put it up in our group so people can see the times of things, how the police handled it with dispatch and their things. Mind you, we only have a couple pages of the report. In terms
of the Orange County, that because Orange, and this is, but the call came into the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Y'all have all heard the 911 call. It's redacted for multiple purposes. I understand that. I'm going to speak for myself. I don't know every neighbor enough, like, don't get me wrong, but I'm not seeing anything, like, for me right now, I don't see anything but so alarming about that 911 call. I think it was a younger gentleman, or,
right.
not in their 30s by any means. You know what I mean? They come across these two bodies, and the whole purpose of, this is me personally, and Tia, correct me if I'm wrong, but when he was like, I wasn't sure who to call. I understand this because a lot of the news coverage prior to them being found was saying, if you like anything, please direct your tips to, and it's running at the bottom of the screen right now. I mean, they literally gave Mr. Goodwin's number, a lead investigator on this case, and he wasn't sure, like, do I call non-emergency? Do I need to get in touch with this detective directly? Everything kind of makes sense to me in terms of, some people are analyzing the hell out of the 911.
I can't analyze the 911 call because I agree with you. And I think it's someone who has just discovered something horrific and to human beings, and how scary, I don't care how old you are or how young you are, that's terrifying. And two, right, it's confusing. Do you call 911? Am I supposed to call the investigator? What am I supposed to do? You want to do the right thing to help these people. And yet, so he's just trying to do the right thing. And I just, that speculation, and excuse me for saying this, but bullshit goes out the window for me when we start talking about, we're going to, diagnose a 911 call. Good luck.
And just for reference, so they were found. This is Buckhorn Road right here. This is Yarborough. Mr. White, who was interviewed, sorry, he's off the screen right here, but his house is roughly less than 600 feet, or his driveway, at least from here. But just to give y'all an idea, I believe actually, and we have some better images than this, and we'll put it on our Facebook group. But the memorial crosses you'll see, I believe, are kind of more in this area right in here. But I measured from, roughly the interest, just to back up in here, because on the news clips, you'll see the Ford Explorers parked right here. They were not, you know what I mean, like up in the woods this way.
No, they were
not on the curb. You're right. And these are taller weeds and stuff, especially right now, this time of year. But they were back. Does everyone understand? Obviously not.
Yes, they were still in the open grass area. They weren't in they weren't in the weeds, if you will. They were in that clearing area, to my understanding.
Yeah. And so I wanted to give a general, just so y'all could see the distance from the street to, and that's only 130.1 feet. And this is all mapped out on the Orange County property stuff. So I just wanted to kind of show that. So y'all, there's Mr. White. And this is where they were located. And her house literally is this way and then this way. So
it's, her house is to the east. And
we do have many better pictures, but I just wanted to.
Yeah, don't scroll.
Oh, sorry. All right, I'm going back. All right, 911. So that's where we are. 911 call comes in, just so y'all all know. We've mapped this all out, but I think one of the most important things that Tia and I realized is that the first officer to arrive got there at 3:07, roughly 10 seconds before 3:08 p.m. The total time in terms of law enforcement on the scene that night was 8 hours, 26 minutes, and 58 seconds. That puts the first arrival to clearing that scene that night. They were there from 3:07 in the afternoon to 11:34:48 p.m.
Yeah. So, I mean, for those who think that the police weren't there very long, because I've heard that mentioned as well, not true. Not true. The police were there for quite some time. Search and rescue, I think they were traumatized, and that's why it sounds off. I agree. 100% I agree. And, you know, actually, search and rescue, we could use your help with Lyric and determining some things there. If you had time, we'd love to speak to you and have you come up and, you know, once again, talk about the dogs. I think that's so important. I think that's so important, especially in this case where her scent is from here to there and then disappears because she may have, quote unquote, gotten into a car. So I just want to, you know, if you have the time with your new humans, we would love to take a little while and speak with you and, you know, have you teach us again. Misha, thank you. I'm glad that it helps you. And we're here to try and do that. We're here to try to clear some of the fog. Hopefully, I know this is a little bit winded. I know we're kind of trying to explain things, but our Facebook group, you'll be able to see some maps and things like that that hopefully will help you identify a little bit, you know, make things a little bit clearer for locations.
And it's on me because we were going to do a short video a while ago, like trying to put this together. And I was literally telling Tia, I have to talk it through. It's like so many details that you don't want to miss something. It should be easy to explain, but you want to give the details. And I was like, it's so much easier to talk it out. But our next live will be much more condensed and have more, even hopefully more specifics for you all. But
we wanted to make sure that we brought as much detail as we could to, and as much honor and respect to these families and children as we could. And I mean, okay, so not to brag, LFT's with me, so y'all trying to get her over on your panels. No, it's a package deal. It can't happen.
Oh, that's adorable that you even think that.
Yeah. She's with me. So you can't have her.
You have to go two and two, unless one of us has
Crazy Mama, Nadie, they're with me too. I got a squad. They're mine too.
I'm sorry. Tia took her possessive pill tonight. I don't know.
I did. Right. Yeah. Those trying to steal LFT. Good luck with that. A beach down.
I bet that would be the fastest return you've ever gotten on something rough. They'd be like, oh, this was fun for like a day, but here. just and I'm be like, okay.
Lynn's with us too, but Lynn, see, we share Lynn with Allie, so I have to be careful because I don't want to. I don't want to take too many I don't want to be too possessive of Lynn, but you know what? Lynn's with me too. Oh my gosh, just saying, I share her with Allie. There's a few I share with that.
Lynn, come Christmas, you better be looking out for an overseas delivery of a novel. It crosses my mind every day. Sorry, I had to make sure I said that publicly to Lynn. She'll get it.
All right.
Back to the timeline. I have to say one thing. I think you and we talked a lot about this last night. Trying to figure out what all these codes and all this stuff meant.
Goodness,
but I do think I just want it to be very clear that after that first officer arrives, he is literally, there at 3:07. By 3:18, he's been able to assess it, or it appears that to assess the scene enough, because immediately they're requesting, all LE, paramedics, whatever. By 318, it is pretty obvious that they are able to cancel. Basically, they said they request just a paramedic. All other EMS units can cancel because it's a non, we've hit that point of you can't resuscitate here. And I know that's a harsh point, but I think it's also important to say that it was very noticeable by that point that, I don't know. I just, with all this certain speculation and stuff, I just want to say, like, that's horrible. And, but they knew first to arrival and to be confident enough to assess. I mean, they've roped by this point, and they've roped it off by this point. It's literally in the radio log. Like, they are roping the area off, and I mean, they're looking into it. And
we only have a couple of pages, so you can only add to the detail that was taken care of at the time.
We only got up to 1101, but we do know that it went, it's for, like we said, they, luckily enough, we were able to see in the log from the first on scene to last clear. We were able to get the total amount of time and then able to do the math to calculate it. But no, they are not releasing. They're even regretting, I think, at this point, some of the stuff that they have released. I don't know the reasoning for it, but c'est la vie. So I'm happy to put out our version of it, but I certainly don't want to put out an official copy with.
No, I'm not willing to put out the official copy because I know that there's some chatter behind the scenes on that one, and I don't want to affect that chatter. I just want to, we use that as a springboard, but it is official documents and things like that. I don't want to get anyone else in trouble, and we just want to make sure we have the right coverage. Also, yes, we are going to talk about music melts at the end, so y'all need to stay tuned about that.
Oh, yes, y'all. Everyone gets a discount.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. We have our own. You guys were sponsored. We don't make money, but we make sure that the people around us do because we love them so damn much. And we are actually officially sponsored. So that's kind of amazing for us. And we actually have a discount code that we're going to give you. If our mods can drop that information as well, but we're going to talk about that at the end. So please make sure that you stay tuned, or if you're replaying this, make sure that you guys check out musicmelts.com. It's amazing. And you can get 20% off. So we'll get into that later, but I did want to mention that Nadie here is our official sponsor. Thank you so much, Nadie.
For Music Melt.
Yes, musicmelts.com is our official sponsor, and she is sponsoring a number of channels. So I think that's pretty damn cool. What is your Facebook link? Our mods can drop that for you, and you'll be welcomed in New Zealand. We'd love to have you.
I'm sorry,
LFT.
Then I just realized I didn't have my glasses on, and I was like, so I zoomed in on my spreadsheet, and I'm sitting, like the toddler 3 inches away from my screen, and then I looked over on the other screen, and I was like, I can't see a damn thing, and whatever people are writing in the chat. I was like, that looks great.
So we will put up the 911 call. We're going to hold off on putting up the timeline until we have it slightly more.
I think there are a few things that we would like to add. And even I think, Tia, maybe
that's
within the
ever evolving as well.
And I think maybe something we could do is maybe try to include some images within the timeline.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. That's the maps and things like that we've done. Yeah, we can totally put that stuff up in our Facebook group. And if you guys, if you want to share it on your own personal pages to get the word out, we love that. Like, you can share our information. Okay. We're not those people that are like, oh my God, we did this. You can't share. You are allowed to share our information. We welcome that. We welcome questions. We welcome your thoughts as well. And, if you can help us with information, narrowing things down or correcting us, we really, really, really want that. Because we want to be accurate. And we want to make sure that sorry. Thumb Thug, hi.
No, like in terms of accuracy, just so y'all are aware too, anal personalities and stuff. I mean, we've done, other than invading these people's personal properties, which we will not do and have not done.
No.
But like we've measured out the distances from, like I said, from curbs to certain areas, from one area of the woods to one area of the street. And I just want to be able, I hope that we're able to put this together in a way that's a solid resource with the most credible thing, information that we have right now that can be used and shared. And I know, believe me, we are inundated too with a ton of information that goes well beyond this timeline, spreadsheet, all of the above. But it's the unique talent to kind of you kind of have to ignore some things that or hear and focus on very simple specifics that are very important to the big picture. And that's what we're hoping to do.
Well said.
Yes. And so I don't want to negate the stuff, because don't think y'all that we don't write it down or engage in stuff too. Like, because we want to know, and we'd be silly not to, and try to show me the proof. Let's talk this through. But that's our goal right now. And hopefully, I don't lose power again. And Tia's that was just knocked me over with a feather. But I just really want to put something together, like with visuals and everything for you all. And I want y'all to share this, because we
will be doing videos as well. And we will be honoring, while she's doing that, I'll probably be doing videos honoring the children.
So how many did I count just alone for something I was trying to do the other day? And y'all, I had to email myself. This is when I was like, I need a Mac computer, because my iPhone.
Gotta get in the Mac.
I literally emailed myself 21 audio clips or like news clips, and we were trying to piece it all together. And I just had a conniption. But we do have so much, and I really want to make sure that we share it with you all. And just, this case is in a holding pattern, I think, for lack of a better word right now, but it still deserves some attention, because
it's in a holding pattern as far as perhaps what we're receiving, but I'm sure that law enforcement is currently working very hard on it and losing sleep.
Yes. I mean, for us in the public, let me put it that way, for us right now in the public. And I know it's very hard, but at the end of the day, there are two families and multiple loved ones that have taken a pretty huge loss, and we don't know the real reason why. And it wasn't adults. This wasn't natural causes. These are two children. These are two kids who have not even graduated from high school. One of them still embraces. One of them still embraces. And just keep that in mind, because they both matter. Both their families matter. And wait, we have a question.
Oh, I am not there. I was pulling up Scribble Maps so I could show you guys. What's the question?
How would you like to communicate with? Oh, you can email us. Do you want me to say? I'm gonna be like, it's Decipher Podcast. Oh my God!
Decipher. Hold on,
Decipher Podcast 1, the number 1. Crazy mom, someone just type it.
No, I didn't. I saw your video saying you weren't going to do it, so I was just going to call. Okay. Okay.
Wait, what? Oh no, that's Allie's talking to someone in chat.
I was like, wait, what? I did the same thing. I was like, huh?
I was like, wait. Sorry if I hung up on you. Literally, I don't even know.
Okay, so
and we
can
are
I
going
share
to,
this map really quick
yes,
just to show
please.
people?
And just, y'all are going to be so excited when Tia has to come meet up with us because we're taking her with us, but we are going. And
you don't see the email address? Okay.
I got it. I'm on it.
Can you type it in? Thank you.
Yes. Let's see if I can type it in. Everyone, decipher.
All right. So here's the deal. As you can see, we have these places mapped out, and I'm not going to scroll in too much, but for instance, we have his high school. I don't know if that's showing up yet. Devin's mother's house, her high school. So we have it all. As you can see, we have everything mapped out. This is where they had a ride along for Devin, which that's an amazing video to watch. And that I will share in our Facebook.
I was blown away. That one. Y'all, oh my God, we've got to record ourselves. We have to record ourselves watching this stuff because you were like, they're about to burn it up or burn it out. And I was like, what?
God, he was burning out. He was leaving some serious tires on that road. And it just, it really, those engines rev and it gets me going. Listen, I'm from Detroit. What can I tell you? Like that guttural, Mustang engine just revving and the tires spinning and the smoke and listen, you want to rev my engine? Do that.
I am clearly not from Detroit. Now it's like, I mean, I know we've got that's kind of local, but I'm so used to what is it, the Z, bring up where are the Z71s or the Tahoes? It's literally one extreme or the other. But it was it was like, once again, baby Einstein for me. Because
I was like,
not only that,
kid.
But it was so great to see because for a second I worried. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't sure how big of a ride along that was going to be, and it was so heartwarming to see all these people. Oh my God,
mom and the friends, and yes,
oh God,
it was a moment. It was a moment, and we're going to share that video.
Please
both
watch
in a community post and in our Facebook group because that show was amazing.
And the best is in between all
this, tears for the reason that they had to do it, but it also
the golf carts, people were riding in golf carts in the
middle of it. Every second of it.
Yeah, it's it's so, oh God, but it's heartwarming. It literally is. I mean, it's heartwarming, and the friends that spoke on the news about it, they were all teary-eyed, but everyone had a smile on their face, and they were just like, this is what we want to do. You have to watch it. And if you have a chance, I say track down Tia. Try to watch it with her. She loves it.
Oh my God, I do. It's ridiculous.
It was amazing.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, this is our map, and this is what we are working with right now. And these are our locations. And we will zoom in and show you things another night because it is so late, and you guys have been with us for 2 long hours going through this. Just please know that we are dedicated to these 2 individuals, Lyric Woods and Devin Clark, and their families. We're dedicated to those creators who want to help cover this case with respect and with facts. And that's people like Allie. I know there's a number of other people out there also covering this case. And to be honest with you, God bless you if I haven't mentioned you, because I might not know who you are yet, but I'm going to find you and I'm going to thank you. But we're super grateful that you guys spent time with us. We're super grateful that you are interested in hearing the facts of this case. And if you feel like it's in your heart and you want to share some information that we have, we would love that. If you want to share information that you might have with us, we would love that. We're welcoming, and we love dialogue. We don't love monologue. I love questions. Please ask us. Yes, say, crazy mom. say their names, say them out loud, throw a prayer up for these families, for these children, for law enforcement. See, I'm getting all, stop it.
Mhm.
For law enforcement who's working on this, and for the individual, I will even say it, who felt the need to commit this crime. Say a prayer for them too. But I want you guys to say Devin and Lyric out loud. It's important. Keep their names out here. Stay tuned because we're going to be doing a lot more lives on this one. And if you want to talk to us, email us, message us on Facebook, come into the group, throw questions out. We're very grateful for you guys. Search and rescue, we definitely want to speak with you when it's good for you. LFT, what do you have? Anything?
No, I know. I wish that I could put y'all in our pocket and hear us talk about this throughout the day and how we do everything, because I feel like we do so much and then we get to this and it's like, all right, wait, what were we going to talk?
Yeah, we get very excited, and it makes our blood flow to work on these cases and to research and dive in and show you, present our research to you and show you what we do.
And to change it up a little bit, obviously we all know having the open panel, what you have to be careful of, what you don't have to be careful of. But at the same time, we would love to have a discussion. And if you have information or have theories, anything that you want to talk to us about, and we talk about it, and then we plan a live to talk about it, on a live as well as, behind the scenes first, that would be amazing, because we want to be sure we're engaging in every way possible. And like I said, we just welcome the feedback, the engagement, and the spreading of the word. And
yeah, like the boss lady said here, deep dive with facts. We may get things wrong, but if you correct us, we'll make sure that, we'll make sure to put out the correct.
Yeah.
It's very important we put out the correct, like law enforcement. We're not law enforcement, but we're like law enforcement. We like to hold ourselves accountable. And we expect that our community holds us responsible too. So just know that, that's how we work.
A lot of information, but it's no secret. We're both, y'all know, Decipher is also juggling a lot outside of YouTube right now as well. So we do, if we're a little delayed on some stuff, we are trying to, at minimum, post it in the group, do a community post, anything. We haven't forgotten. This is a very big balancing act for all of us right now. And we're trying to keep everybody, not only our own lives and situations in mind, but also staying dedicated, and don't let us drop the ball either, kick our butts, because the constructive criticism is certainly welcomed, and I don't want to drop the ball. So
no, I'm not. And Fueled by Coffee, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We, get in touch with us. We'd be happy to chat with you. Really quick. Yes, definitely need the music melts, right? Okay. So we need to talk about
music melts. Nothing happened. I was hoping like my computer would just write it.
We need to talk about musicmelts.com. Those wax melts that you guys,
oh my God, share the website.
House smells so good. Yeah. Okay. That's what these are. But they're 10 times better because they are beautiful smelling. They're amazingly packaged.
You're not going to want to use them when you get the packaging.
Do not eat them. Never eat them. But you will love the smells. And thanks to being one of our community members, if you order, you can use, Nay, would you please put our code in? Sadly, they won't sing to you. Yes, but it's named after songs, and they are just I mean, the workmanship is beautiful. They smell so good. You will not be sorry. Christmas is coming. Consider giving them as gifts. You know, you're helping us. You're not helping. We don't make any money off of it, but you're certainly helping our friend who definitely gives more than she receives. And we just want you guys to, we want you guys to join us and find your favorite smells in there. And oh God, let us know what your favorite smell is when you receive it, because I'm always looking for new ones.
And
So
also,
as soon as I can get back in my house, oh, that's another story, you guys. Let me tell you that really quick.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Wait.
What?
Before we forget that too, also be sure to keep an eye, like Alex Erickson does some great tie-dye, all this other always posting on our community posts. So I'm saying the obvious, but don't forget to check her stuff out as well. Because those are
wait, is the music coming to this?
Hold on. Crazy.
Poor Misha. She's
I'm
like,
done.
where are these weirdos going? So really quick, you guys. So in case you I am homeless.
That's what
This
I
is
just got lost on. I was like, stop talking.
I gotta run, but live chat. Okay. That's awesome. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. You will not be disappointed, Allie says. But yeah, so my house flooded in July, right? Had builders come in, insurance is helping us, and had builders come in. And for the last 2 months, they've done nothing. They didn't actually paint. They spot painted. And the things that they've done in our house, you cannot make it up. Honest to God, you cannot make it up. So my adjuster was out last Friday because I kept saying, like, well, I need to extend the time in our hotel. And she was like, why? You know, the work should be done. According to the reports, the work's done, right? So she comes out, she's like, oh my God, this is a nightmare. We have to start all over again. We have to get a new builder and we have to start all over again. Because last Wednesday night, I was going to say Thursday, but last Wednesday night, the floor flooded again because the plumber didn't hook the dishwasher up. I'm telling you, my life is a wreck. It is a cautionary tale. And my partner here in True Crime, hers is just as crazy and probably crazier at times than mine. But my whole family is displaced at the moment. We're all over the place in a hotel. And so sometimes I get a little sidetracked with what's going on at the house. So feel free to, hold me accountable. But if you see me missing in chats or in messages, and it takes me a little bit longer than my partner who's on point, it is probably because I am dealing with house stuff. So it'll probably be a couple more months before we're back in. It's crazy, you guys. It's crazy.
It's really fun when the two of us go play like what's worse, and then we're like, we both like, damn.
Yeah, we suck. We're both
like
we both
like.
suck.
I was like, we're not. You do realize we're neither one of us are going to win this, right?
Right. So, yes. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
See, that's what I was trying to say that about Allie.
That is so important. Allie does the most amazing tie-dyes. She just did the cutest pair of pajamas that I want to steal so badly. She does amazing. So you guys, if you want some personalized tie-dye and you want it done well, please email Alex Erickson with your order. And I'm sure she has pictures of tons of things that she's done, but it is beautiful stuff. It's really cool. And I'm a huge, do you want to tell them about the colors and the lights that I like? I don't know.
No, I don't want to say anything anymore. No, you do. No, seriously, when I need her to just like, hey, look, something shiny. You don't show her something shiny. Show her something. Give her a light bright. And set for hours.
Multicolored lights, things that blink.
I sent her balloons one night, DoorDash them
to my hotel.
To her hotel. And she was like, what are you doing? I was like, well, first of all, I just want to watch that landline ring and tell you that you have to go downstairs to go get something, because that's hilarious. And she comes back up and I was like, seriously, do it. and y'all, there are these LED balloons. You pulled the thing. It's like, how is it? Like that thing that we pull off the end of them, and then you blow them up, and they stay
You blow 'em
lit.
up, they light days. I had it lit for days. I would play with it. I would focus and be a good girl. Oh, it was amazing. It was the best toy I've ever received. Lighted balloons. Christmas, you should see me. I'm like, like where the kids are like smashed up with their faces against the car looking at all the Christmas lights. I have the hardest time driving. My husband's like, you cannot drive, because I'm like, oh, did you see that house? Oh, look at all the lights. I'm ridiculous. I know.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
that's all I did the other night when she was upset. $15 later, I was like, look at her over there. Just turn her. She's like, it's not dark. I was like, I can't turn out the lights outside yet. I can't control Mother Nature. Give it 10 minutes and then turn out the lights in your room. And all you saw was a blue like balloon just bouncing, that's all you have to do. Cinder balloons, anything LED. I'm more the white lights and greenery. She's more LED, anything, and then we're baby Einsteined out. Like that's how you sedate us, or I don't even know. But it let's just say it's been a very interesting couple months for all of us. And in my fix for it all was, here's some Excedrin migraine and an LED balloon. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if this works, but let's give it a go. So
it works like a charm. It works like a charm. I highly recommend it. It definitely brightened my mood. It definitely, more so than flowers. LFT's the adult tea is on my shiny childish level.
Is that really? Wait, is that, put a 1 in chat if ever. Do y'all really think that's true? I'm genuinely asking, because I'm gonna. Oh, I don't see the 1.
I get excited about lights. It's like I really am like a toddler. I'm like, oh, and my husband's like, you
look,
really are
crazy mama wouldn't even answer. She just flat out told Nadine, you got it wrong.
Yeah. LFT is definitely the toddler of the two of us.
I'm the oldest toddler y'all have ever met. I own it. I'm proud of it.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. You've stayed with us. The light lady. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. You guys, thank you so much for being here with us. Please talk about Lyric Woods and Devin Clark, and please pray for them.
Some more good interviews and some stuff coming up for y'all between us
very soon. Yes.
Between us and Alex Erickson and the other people also covering it. I'm just speaking for us that were on panel tonight. There in the next week or two, please just keep this story in mind, and please keep an eye out for any upcoming lives or videos about this, because we are working hard. Especially it's good for us in a weird way, because it is local, and we are unfortunately fortunate enough to be this close to some of this stuff. And I don't know how to say it any better than that. And I know y'all are all adult enough to understand what I'm saying. So thank y'all so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your good wishes and your support. And we really, we appreciate you. So good night. Have a great day, and we will catch up with you soon. Bye.
Thanks, y'all.